third thing is the fact that the Home Ministry advisory was that no one should be allowed to do any business with two companies, Etisalat and Telenor, because one Etisalat is connected with Dawood Ibrahim and ISI, and Telenor is connected with the Chinese People's Army. So the Home Ministry had objected to any economic transaction. But the two favorite companies of Raja, which are not even telecom companies but real estate companies, they got the license and immediately sold it to, one sold it to Etisalat, the other sold it to Telenor at 8 times the price they paid. So already it got proof that that the market could have afforded 8 times more, if not 10 times as I am saying. So this is violation of national security. So I've asked for all licenses to be cancelled. So that petition has been heard and the judgment has been reserved. So it may come any day. So this is the nitty-gritty.
So where do you derive the strength? Because typically in Tamil Nadu, to fight against the whichever government, state government is, it's a very courageous effort, and then at the same time you're also working on the cases against the UPA government, which is another bigger thing. So where did you get the strength and courage to do these things?
Well, you have to have spiritual commitment, have faith in God, and so far I've always succeeded. I first fought Ramakrishna Hegde. I brought him down. He was at that time considered the most popular value-based politician, as people used to call him, but it turned out he was very corrupt. Then I fought Jayalalitha, who was murderous actually. Many attempts were made on my life. But in the end she lost and went to jail on the basis of my case. So I have that faith that if I do the right thing, then there will be divine intervention to protect me.
శ్రోతలు యువ తెలుగు రేడియో కార్యక్రమం వింటున్నారు. ఇంగ్లీష్లో వింటుంటే మళ్ళీ ఇదేంటి మనం వేరే ఛానల్ వచ్చేసామని అనుకోవచ్చు. నేను మీ వ్యాఖ్యాత గోపాల్, నాతో పాటు కేసీ గారు ఉన్నారు. ఈరోజు మన స్టూడియోలో ఒక ముఖ్య అతిథి డాక్టర్ సుబ్రహ్మణ్యం స్వామి గారు 2G స్కామ్ గురించి చాలా కష్టపడుతున్నారు కూడా. ఆయన మన స్టూడియోలో ఉన్నారు. ఇవాళ మధ్యాహ్నం సనాతన ధర్మ ఫౌండేషన్ వారు చేసే హిందూ యూనిటీ డేలో అధర్మ ఆఫ్ కరప్షన్ దాని గురించి ప్రసంగించడానికి డాలస్కి వచ్చారనమాట. ఈ కార్యక్రమం sdfglobal.orgకి వెళ్తే మీకు తెలుస్తుంది. ఈరోజు పొద్దున 11 నుంచి సాయంత్రం 4 వరకు హాలిడే ఇన్ ఎక్స్ప్రెస్లో ప్లేనోలో 75 అండ్ పార్క్ దగ్గర ఉంది. డాక్టర్ స్వామి గారు వెళ్ళిపోవాలి కాబట్టి ఎక్కువ సమయం లేదు కాబట్టి 2-3 ప్రశ్నలే వేయడం జరుగుతుంది.
డాక్టర్ స్వామి, here is a question. You were the first one to object to and go on petition against the National League and the eligibility of Sonia Gandhi to become the Prime Minister of India.
That's right.
So what are your reservations against her nationality, whereas to a common man it appears that she is eligible as a citizen of India to become the Prime Minister of India?
Well, there are two things. First of all, what I objected to at that time was there was a clause which has been now removed, but it is unconstitutionally removed, so I can challenge it the removal in any time. It was a proviso to Section 5 of the Citizenship Act. It said that any foreign citizen becoming a citizen of India would be subject to the same restrictions and regulations which an Indian becoming citizen in that foreigner's country is subjected to. So if an Indian becomes an Italian citizen, he cannot become Prime Minister. You have to be born. So therefore it applies to Sonia that if she becomes citizen of India, she cannot be Prime Minister. So therefore I went and petitioned the President. The President was convinced. He also had a lot of additional data. And on that basis of that material, he had invited her on 17th May at 5 p.m. to come and state the claim for forming the government. Then at 3:30 he wrote her a letter saying, I will receive this complaint and I'm going to refer it to the Supreme Court and the Election Commission. And you may please wait till then, till that whole thing. I cannot invite you to form a government till this is clear. But if you want to meet me, you can come not today at 5 o'clock as it originally given. That appointment is cancelled. You can come tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. So next day when she went, she met him alone and she kept Manmohan Singh outside. And they had some discussion. And then she called Manmohan Singh in and told the President, now I will have to go through the same process. she had definitely intention to wanting to become Prime Minister because she had submitted 340 letters of MPs supporting her. And that included a letter from her saying, I, Sonia Gandhi, elected from so-and-so, hereby propose the name of Sonia Gandhi for Prime Minister of India. So, therefore, she wouldn't have signed that unless she had an intention of becoming.
Yeah.
So, earlier on also in 1999, she had gone to the President saying she had 272 MPs. It turned out she didn't even have 230. So, that was the thing. And there is also a fault in her citizenship application itself, where they've asked her whether you have renounced your Italian citizenship. And she said, she's written on it, not applicable.
Not applicable.
That means she has not answered it. Why she has not answered it? Because she has not yet renounced.
Okay. Here is one more question that follows this. The question is about, okay, people in India, most of the people, educated people, see you as a crusader of, the anti-corruption activities in politics. So during the last 6 years, during the regime of Y.S. Rajshekar Reddy in Andhra Pradesh, there have been very serious allegations about the abuse of power,
Yes.
crony capitalism,
Yes.
and abuse of exchequer, and nepotism. And with all this, there is your favorite point of proselytization.
Yes.
So there have been cases and allegations of conversion into Christianity,
Yes.
and church being run as a state-aided organization in Andhra Pradesh. And as you know, the magnitude of corruption charges on Dr. Y.S. Rajshekar Reddy and his son are almost to the tune of what has happened in Tuji's camp.
Yes.
So it just occurs to me why it never caught your attention.
See, the problem is that I am today a private citizen. If you appoint me as director of CBI, I will definitely would have taken it. All this requires a lot of hard work. And people with money have all the best lawyers and so on. So I have to defeat them in court.
Yeah.
So it's basically the lack of public office in my part that I have to pick and choose.
Okay.
Definitely, if you put me in a position where I become in charge of CBI, then I can tell you any case you refer to me, I'll investigate.
So do you, by going what you see and what you read and being in the higher echelons of
Yes.
politics, do you see a prima facie evidence against Dr. Y.S. Rajshekar Reddy?
Oh, 100%. There's no doubt about that. In fact, his bank account, when I got it confirmed from a friend abroad, was 78,000 crores. And his son owes an explanation whether he inherited that money or not.
So as an economics professor, you know that the material crisis is not really possible in the corporate world within a span of 6 years.
Well, crises can come at any time because events happen suddenly. See, this congressman were all saying suddenly Sonia Gandhi has got some terrible cancer, and everything is changed.
Yeah.
So you see, we can only do the right thing. That is, the philosophy should be we do the right thing. What happens in the future is determined by events, which is not in your control. That is God. God does it. So that's how we.
So coming to going after, related to what Casey asked Dr. Swami, we need more of Dr. Swamis. So, because
maybe I should start a school and
or do you have a succession plan, or are you training or grooming? What's happening in that
you see,
area?
the thing is that yes, I have a team. Otherwise, I can't do all this paperwork. Sitting in America, sometimes sitting in some place else, go to China sometimes, and still coming to court all fully prepared with all the papers filed and all. I have a team. I don't expose them. Then